Greetings viewers, Eric the Car Guy here, back again with another tool review video that in some ways isn't really a tool review. Today we're going to talk about my diamond grip gloves. I've been asked about this several times over the years. Eric, why do you wear gloves? Why are you using the gloves? What kind of gloves do you use? How come they're messing up the exposure of your camera? Well, today I'd like to talk a little bit about them. The rubber glove was actually invented back in 1889 by William Stewart Halsted, who was the first chief of surgery at Johns Hopkins. And the reason he invented them, or the reason he came up with this idea, was because one of his nurses was having a reaction to some of the chemicals that they used during surgery. Therefore, he came up with the latex glove to help protect her from those chemicals. I believe she had dermatitis or something like that, I'm not really sure. Since then, we have found several uses for rubber gloves, and one of those uses is auto repair. Now, I've been asked quite a bit about using the rubber gloves and why I use the rubber gloves. Well, at this point, it's something I just got used to. The dealership where I used to work, the bathroom where we could wash our hands was located all the way on the other side of the dealership. So that would mean that every time I would finish working on a vehicle, I'd have to go all the way across the shop, wash my hands, come back, pull the car out, park it in the wash line. As a flat rate technician, that doesn't work out too well. So instead, the people that I worked with turned me on to these rubber gloves. In fact, these specifically, these diamond grips from Microflex. And I started using them. It was a little weird at first, but after I started using them, I kind of got so used to it, I just kept on using them. And one of the greatest things about it, as far as that flat rate side of things was, is as soon as I got done working on something, all I had to do was pull off the old gloves, throw them away, jump in the car, go to the wash line, grab the next thing, and I was back to work. So that's the main reason why I started using them. Then after a while, I started realizing, hey, it's like an extra layer of skin. So those times when you might scrape your knuckle on something and, get a small cut, I've avoided many of those small cuts just by having this extra layer of skin. Now, it does tear the glove open and it is kind of a pain in the butt, but it's better than not wearing the gloves. At least it is for me. So it may be different for you. You may not want to wear them, and you know what? That's totally cool. But today we're going to talk about these. Now, there are several types of gloves out there on the market these days. These are latex based, so if you do have a latex allergy, I would advise that you not use them. Also, it is a product of Malaysia, if that matters. One of the things you might notice if you use gloves over a period of time is that they, especially in the summertime, when you start to sweat, the whole glove will fill up with sweat, and it'll almost be like you're soaking your hands in bath water for like an hour. You'll get all pruny and all that kind of thing, and it really does kind of suck. Nothing comes without its drawbacks, and that's one of them. The other drawback is they don't protect against all chemicals. It works really good. These work really good with motor oil, transmission fluid, power steering fluid, that kind of thing. But when you start using them in like a parts washer, and they tend to disintegrate there. Also gasoline, that it tends to wreck them a little bit. There are different types of gloves out there that are more resistant to those chemicals, but the feel of those gloves isn't quite the same for me. So I always find myself going back to these. But don't limit yourself to these types of gloves if you're interested in gloves. There are several out there. In fact, you could probably pick up some samples. Here are some samples of some other types that I was given also. So you have options. Several options. This is only a handful. These are non-sterile, so you can't be doing surgery with these. Unboxing is simple. Merely pull back the top. How easy is that? And then you can just pull them out as you go. These come in boxes of 100. As far as the pricing goes, the last time I posted pricing on a tool review video, the pricing got changed. So what I'm going to do from now on is I'm just going to put that right at the top of the description, so you know how much it is. Plus, I'll put a link in the description so that you can find a set for yourself. These also have little grips on the end of them, if you will, that make it easier to hold things. So that's why they're called diamond grip. That's how they get their name. They have this sort of knurled fingertips on them, and it does make things a little bit easier as far as grabbing stuff. But as soon as you get oil or anything on these, well, they're going to become slick. I'm not going to lie. They're not. They're not like super octopus grippy kind of things. That's not going to happen. But they are comfortable. I get the large, and there are different sizes. So If you do have large hands, small hands, that kind of thing, they can accommodate you. I would try to see if you could get your hands on some of those samples before you actually commit to making a purchase of buying like 100. That way you can get a chance to sort of see what you like and try some different things. I have tried different things, and like I said, I've settled on these diamond grips and been very happy for many, many years. Now we have solved the mystery of EricTheCarGuy's gloves. I hope this video was informative to you and contained all the information necessary. So, great set of gloves, not exactly perfect, but works great for my purposes. Hey, if you have automotive questions, I would ask that you head over to EricTheCarGuy.com. Why? Because there's so much stuff there that can help you out with that, with whatever automotive issues you might have. In fact, there's a welcome video there that goes over all the things that we have available on the site for you to help you solve those automotive issues. So that's where I would suggest you go, should you have them. You can connect with me socially on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter, and I close my videos with, be safe, have fun, and of course, stay dirty. And don't forget to play with your tools. Bye, everybody.